Hello everyone, welcome back to another Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video, where today we will be discussing what on earth happened to the pilot on Season 3, Episode 9. So hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and if you're not, I do hope it gets a lot better for you. In the meantime, if you haven't yet done so, do press that red subscribe button and the bell notification if you wish to stay up to date on all of the news regarding Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, Jurassic World Evolution 2 and other Jurassic World titles. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. So Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3, it ended off with an amazing cliffhanger, but that wasn't the only thing that we had questions for. This season definitely sparked up a lot of questions to say the least, and one of which was, where on earth did the pilot go? Now the pilot was somebody who was, to put it very bluntly, kind of a bitch, until she realised that these kids know what they're talking about. She actually left whilst one of her mercenaries or her friends, colleagues, was eaten by the Tyrannosaurus Rex, leaving behind Yaz, Brooklyn and Darius, and took with her Ben, Kenji and Sammy. After they escaped the Pteranodon attack after listening to Ben, she tried to avoid the Brachiosaurus, who all of a sudden lifted her neck above the tree line, and then that caused a helicopter crash for her trying to dodge that Brachiosaurus. Ultimately, I do think it was more of a comedic scene because of the Brachiosaurus. I love it, but I know some people won't. And then we cut back to the story of where Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom starts to take place, and that's understandable, but then we cut back to where we see Kenji is starting to wake up from the helicopter crash, as well as Sammy and then Ben. But one thing that even Sammy notices is, where is the helicopter pilot? Same with Kenji. Despite Kenji not saying this, Kenji does go into the cockpit of the helicopter to look around for the pilot, but the pilot is nowhere to be seen. Not only that, but if the pilot were to fall out of the helicopter onto the ground, surely her body must have been there, or maybe she's gotten away somehow. Now I do have a few theories as to what happened to the pilot. Now the first theory is that she died, definitely. Mainly because, like, we know in the Camp Cretaceous series they're not going to show dead bodies, they're not going to show dead people and stuff like that. I think the closest we get to is the Gallimimus and Parasaurolophus scene where we see the dead Para and Gally, and that's about it. So I don't think they're going to show a human creature being dead on the floor. So I assume maybe off screen or something she fell into a bush maybe before the helicopter even landed. She fell through the windscreen and then landed on the bush and then probably died that way. My other theory, which is a tiny bit more gruesome, is that she actually fell through the windscreen of the helicopter and she did in fact land there. However, while she was unconscious, an unknown dinosaur went to her body, dragged it away and in fact ate her, which again is very gruesome. Now, just because we don't see a death on screen doesn't mean people can say, oh, but are they really dead? I know loads of people are saying that about Hap, but unfortunately for you who believe that Hap is alive, Hap is in fact dead. I don't think how he would have survived 3 baryonyxes at all with a silly little taser thing, so I can confirm that Hap is in fact dead, and it's probably a similar fashion as to where the pilot went as well. The pilot probably did in fact fall through the windscreen and did die, either dying on impact or getting killed by an unknown dinosaur that dragged her body away to eat her. Now, for the people who do speculate about these type of things, whether or not the pilot is alive remains a mystery. We don't really know what purpose that storyline would have added. We need to know where she's gone, if she is alive, and will she be joining the kids, the campers, on their journey? I don't know, because they've already left the island. Unless they get knocked back to Isla Nublar and then see that she's actually still there, then I don't see how her story is going to continue. Similarly, in episode 10, we do have a mercenary who gets taken away by the rapids in the river. Now again, loads of people have suggested that maybe he survived. If Yasmina could have survived, then surely this mercenary, who is a lot older, a lot stronger and a lot bigger, would definitely have been able to survive as well. If anybody knows about people being caught in rapids, you know it's a very dangerous threat. You can easily be sucked under and then all of a sudden drown without even you expecting. So the way Yasmina survived definitely was plot armor in my opinion. However, unfortunately, because we had no use for the mercenary, I don't think plot armor worked in his favour. So we have to consider that he is probably dead, the pilot is probably dead, and then all of these are dead. But what if they're not? What if the 2 mercenaries, the pilot and the other one, are in fact still alive on the island? Could this be some sort of spin-off series? Could they be brought back in a later season, season 4, season 5? Maybe they do return back to Isla Nublar, maybe they join the campers. You know, there's a lot going on here where you can speculate and theorize. Because technically we didn't see the death, and I know I said that we shouldn't speculate on that, but when we think about all of the other deaths, we saw Mitch face to face with the T-Rex, we saw Hap face to face with the baryonyxes, and we also saw Tiff face to face with the baryonyxes as well, but we didn't see them get attacked on screen at all. So that led to some people believing that they're alive, but actually they are in fact dead. But if you compare their death scenes to the mercenary death scenes, they are very different, quite frankly. For the 3 in Season 2, we're aware that they were with dinosaurs, so inevitably they were going to die. But the other 2, you have to kind of speculate and understand, like, we didn't see any dinosaurs with them. Does that mean they really are dead, or they're alive, or stuff like that? And I understand why people would speculate that. But my own official theory, I'm not going to say this is the official theory, but my official theory is that the pilot fell through the windscreen and got dragged away off screen by another dinosaur who later ate her, and the other mercenary was caught in the rapids and sadly did in fact drown. I still think it would be pretty cool if they were to reintroduce these mercenaries into the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous series later down the line, but I just don't see how they're going to do that, to be honest. When it comes to Camp Cretaceous deaths, they're always going to be off screen, let's be honest. There's only a few that were on screen. I believe one of them was the Jurassic World workers with the Indominus Rex, but even still you didn't see him get chomped either. And then when the mercenary died by Rexy as well, you didn't see him get chomped, you just saw the jaws in line with his body, and then that's it, and then it happened off screen. So it's not like Camp Cretaceous is 100% going to be showing all of these deaths on screen, but it is inevitable that eventually we might think someone's dead, but maybe they are actually alive. In this case, I do believe that if they were to bring back the pilot and the other mercenary from the rapids, there is a slight chance that people will be like, okay, I understand why they're bringing them back, and that's fine. But when they bring back Hap or Mitch or Tiff, then that will be quite disappointing in my opinion, because, you know, they're dead pretty much. It's safe to assume they are dead. But with the other ones, we can speculate a little bit more. There's more room open for the script writers to start talking about them and reintroduce them back into the franchise. I think that'll be pretty cool and a nice little Easter egg for people who are actually watching out for it and keeping their eyes peeled for anything that was in the previous seasons moving into the newer seasons. But yes, officially, I think that the pilot did fall through the windscreen and got attacked by a dinosaur off screen, and then that's how she ultimately died, and that's why she wasn't in the helicopter. And then the other one probably did in fact die by the rapids because he had a lack of plot armor. But yeah, those are my theories, and if you guys have anything else and want to suggest them, do go down into the comment section down below, and also like the video whilst you're there. If you haven't yet done so, do press that red subscribe button and the bell notification to stay up to date on Camp Cretaceous, Jurassic World Evolution 2, and all of the other remaining Jurassic World titles. But in the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe out there, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.